You have to view the child and the pathological parent as a cult of two. Children can be easily manipulated by one parent into hating and fearing their other parent. This is child abuse. This is domestic abuse by proxy. This is called parental alienation. But it is possible to fight. Adult children do wake up to reality. Alienated parents do get their children back. Hello, and welcome back to the Anti-Alienation Project. My name is Maddie, and this is where I talk about all things related to parental alienation from the point of view of an adult child who's been through it for 20 years. Today's question is something that I've heard from lots of alienated parents, and I totally understand, because if I were in that position, I would be wanting to do this. I would be wanting to tell my child what was going on. Is your other parent telling you lies about me? Is your other parent making you believe that I'm someone I'm not? Like, what are you being told? What are you being made to believe? Because the changes I'm seeing are blowing me away, and I don't know how to fix this. I know that a lot of parents out there feel desperate, feel like their child is slipping away from them, and what can I do to end this? What can I do to fix this? And sometimes it feels as though telling the child what is happening will get through to them. That's how I can get my child back. That's how I can wake them up to what's happening. And the overwhelming desire to tell them the truth, I can only imagine how hard that would be to live with. So I'm going to just tell you my point of view as that child who's been through it. And I'm going to start with a little story. Actually, my dad did tell me what was going on. He has always claimed that my mom turned me against him to hurt him. And I knew that the whole time, pretty much, which is unique to me and odd to me. And I will tell you my response at the time. So he did ask me questions, like, what is your mom telling you about me? What is she making you believe about me? What is going on? The reason why this did not get through to me is because I fully believed that all my decisions were my decisions. I fully believed that all of my beliefs were my beliefs, and that mom didn't make me believe these things. So, and yes, at age 9, as a child, I think it's super easy to be manipulated and brainwashed, and especially if your parent is intelligent. I think early on, though, after my dad did mention it when I was younger, I think he learned not to do that, because it never goes over well. It really doesn't. It never goes over well. And here's why. Because you have to view the child and the pathological parent as a cult of two. So the pathological parent is the cult leader here. They are the puppeteer that controls the child. So as the one cult member following the cult leader's every word, you have to imagine that any questioning of the cult leader, even slight criticism of the cult leader, is going to be viewed by the cult member as an attack, as a direct attack, not only on the pathological parent, who's the cult leader, but also on the child. They view that as an attack on them too. And here's why. I remember being young and hearing, is your mom telling you anything? Is your mom making you believe something bad about me? And when I heard that, I didn't even know what manipulation was at that point. So I obviously stated, no, it's my own decision. And in fact, I would take it a step further, and I would get angry at him for suggesting such a thing. How could you suggest that my mom would do that? How could you suggest that I'm not capable of making my own decisions and my own beliefs? I would view it as an attack on my mom, an attack on me, and it would push me further away from him. It really never ended well. It never went over well. It just caused more division between us when he would mention things like that. So as a general rule, I would say no, it's not worth the potential fallout with your child to mention what you know is truthfully going on. However, I will say, as an adult who has figured all of this out now, the fact that over 20 years he has maintained the same thing and his story has never changed, gave me more evidence that, yeah, I've been through parental alienation. So now that I'm on the other side, I look back and think about how he knew this from the start and how he tried to get through to me by telling me. And hell, I appreciate that now. I do, because it shows me that this is real. This is the truth. This has been going on the whole time. My dad was trying to fight for our relationship. The fact that his story hasn't changed the whole time, then the fact that I know that his story hasn't changed the whole time really confirms for me that this is true. Is that enough to justify telling your child? I don't think so, because if you still have your child in your life to some extent, I wouldn't bring it up to them, because it might push them away altogether, and then you might not even be able to see them. I don't think it is worth doing for most people. There might be a caveat there if, for example, you haven't spoken to your kids in 10 or 15 years. I think there might be a time in that example where you could write them a letter and tell them the truth. There gets to a point where, what do you have to lose? You already lost 10 years of seeing your children, not having a relationship with them. What else more do you have to lose? So I could see a reason to do it at that point. In terms of younger children, especially, it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to wake them up to what's happening, and it could cause a big fallout for you. So I would not recommend doing that. I would try to focus on other things that could restore your relationship. I plan on making a video about that. But to answer, should you tell your child that they're going through parental alienation, is no, because they're going to take that as an attack on their parent and on themselves. They're going to be mad at you. It just won't end well. So don't do that, please. Just because you can't tell the child that doesn't mean that you can't document things and tell other people that. So the child, if they do figure it out one day, can go to all these other family members and learn that you did know that that was happening all along. So they can still have that confirmation down the line without you telling them directly. Thanks for watching this short video. I hope that you gained some type of perspective or knowledge from watching. Again, please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you get some value out of this channel, I would love for you to subscribe, and that helps me build my channel and get these messages out there. I really appreciate you watching, and thanks for tuning in. Until next time, bye.